Welcome to my check. I'm your host Jules. Because today is Women's Month, we're talking women and challenges faced by the women. And there's a new sheriff in town. Her name is Larona. Welcome to my check, Larona.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
And we have Brady from Brady Vlogs. Welcome to my check, Brady. And welcome back, D.
Yeah,
D with an exclamation mark all day,
every day, all day,
You
the
know.
whole day. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, the mic is on, and we're talking about women and challenges faced by women, right? So, Larona, what do you know about the Women's Day celebration? Why is it celebrated?
Anyway, is this another question? is it another passion?
Let's get into the history.
We can solve it.
Let's get into the history.
The history of Women's Day.
Yeah, D.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, the history of Women's Day, basically the commemoration is basically about women who fought against past laws. They marched to the Union buildings, had a 30-second silent march, and then they continued singing protest songs. This was in 1956, and basically up to where we've come with regards to how far we've come with celebrating and commemorating Women's Day. I think most definitely it's about the recognition, and moving away from the system of patriarchy, especially with regards to women being given more opportunities than they were back in that day. Back in those days, unna teacher, unna nurse, unna domestic worker, and that's where it would end. But look at us now. We're in a space where we're allowed to be university students. We're allowed to choose our own careers. Women are in parliament. Women are leading. Women are, they're in businesses. And women are at the forefront of, advocating, in fact, for women to be where we want to be. It's still going to be a long road before we get there, but there has been progress since 1956 until today.
Women are occupying space.
Yes.
Shout out to that.
Definitely.
Shout out to that. Brady, do you think with that this whole movement and patriarchy and equality, do you think are we being progressive about the ecosystem of women,
including women in leading factors like business and economic freedom.
and equality at work?
Yeah, I feel like we are all equal, and if the necessary person has, the necessary qualifications for the job, they're credible, they're due for the job. I feel like they should get the post and they should be able to work. Now I understand in this world that we live in, there's a lot of political affiliations, but women are put to the side, even though another qualification, So I feel like there's a lot of underlying issues first we need to fix with the country as a whole, and then with the right leadership, we can start integrating women to help the country. They already are, but we can put them in higher positions. Like we've never had a vice president who's a woman, let alone a president that's a woman. So I feel like if we change us as a country first, then everything will be progressive and we'll all work in unity.
Talking about challenges that women face, amongst other things, is bargaining. It's abuse of women and children. And I feel like every time there are talks about this or around this and awarenesses, all I hear is stop gender-based violence, stop abuse on women and children. But then how do you stop the abuse? I want to know from a man's perspective, what is your role? What are you doing as an individual when a Brady?
To prevent all this?
Yeah.
Okay, firstly what I think is the resolution for this is I think the message is good for the coming generations. They see it being pushed. They know this is wrong. You will go to jail for this. The community will put you in a tire, burn you up and beat you for this. They already know. So I feel like the past is already damaged, and the only way those people can be held accountable is prison. But we are in a situation where women don't speak out. You'll stay in that one relationship where you know you're abusive. I wouldn't say what's keeping you there, but you are there. Whether you have attachment issues or...
Apparently abuse is addictive.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are just toxic like that. They
Because
like
I get
that.
it, when you get abused, you have to understand that that person starts emotionally first. So when it gets to a point how dates are, you're already...
You're making
Yeah.
reasons for the
Yeah.
shapa because one
yeah.
you know.
Gore monna sa mpetsa a nthate and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of women who have mentality if he doesn't beat you, he doesn't love you.
Yeah. But I feel like besides pushing that narrative, how abuse you're gonna go to jail and everything, I feel like we also need to start like by demolishing gender roles, like with the young children, because I feel like that is what it's with the whole thing. Where
Most
Gender roles.
definitely.
gender roles, as in we are taught okay, mosadi dira 1 2 3, then mono dira 1 2 3, stuff like that.
But wouldn't you say in a certain, to an extent, or like, don't you think a more traditional way should be like kept
And I'm
for like culture and things like that? You know, the maid is the maid. Not saying no, not taking
I'm
any
speaking
privilege.
about the patriarchal side.
No, not saying you
Or-
can't work, you can't be yourself, but you should know who's the head and who's leading us.
That's where
That's
we
where-
No, let me tell you. Nah, guys, I'm not trying to seem...
I disagree with this narrative.
As a woman, you should know your man. I feel you should know your man. And as a woman, you should be able to manipulate your man in a way where he thinks, I don't know how you guys do it, but you kind of make him feel like he's the one who thought of this, and but deep down, you know,
We are feeding his ego, basically.
you're his woman. Where should he get it?
When a Brady movie that's exactly where the problem lies.
It's exactly where the problem lies,
That's
because
exactly
I
where
hear
the problem lies,
that
because-
teach your boy child this, teach your boy child that.
Yeah.
But then how do you teach your boy child that? That's where the problem lies.
Yeah, and most
Mm.
definitely that's why men have a problem. Say for an example, I'm a very dominant person, you understand, and I speak my mind. If I have a problem with you and you're my man, I will definitely raise it up. But men don't want women who are like me. You know, they want me because they're attracted to the way I look and they think they can turn me to a certain direction. However, because of my dominance, motofeletsa aling intimidated by the fact that you want to wear the pants in the relationship,
and that's how
how
it
they
starts.
start breaking me down, because you want to instill in me that my dominance is not valid. I'm supposed to be submissive because I'm a woman, but because I'm a dominant woman, you are not going to stand for this. I'm now stubborn, I don't want to listen, and you start breaking me down to a point where now I start submitting because I want to keep my man happy. And that is not the mentality that girls are supposed to have, because that's the root of abuse. I decide I'm tired, you're cheating, or you keep going out, and now I'm left with all of these responsibilities. Now when I come and voice that out, you feel like one trailer.
And I feel like men who feel that way, they want their manhood validated.
Yes.
Why do you want your manhood
those are the ones that
validated?
want
Because
to
you are a
feed their
man.
ego.
You are a man.
I feel like if you're comfortable within your manhood, you won't be threatened by your woman's.
So again,
Exactly.
Boko, your manhood
Exactly.
is being shaken.
Now,
No.
let me address everyone, starting with D. You being a dominant woman has nothing to do with my perspective. I'm not misogynistic or anything. I'm just saying you being a dominant woman is fine. But I think the issue here is you guys want equality. So in your situation, or the complex of your relationship with that person, I don't know if you were being too dominant or you were just being equal. I'm fine with equality. I know what to do if you are dominant enough to be like, okay, I want to have an input on this. Okay, fine. I appreciate that. We can do this together. But I don't know about if you're spearheading things, then I as a man won't feel.
I as a man.
Yeah, I as a man won't feel I feel like society.
That's where intimidation comes from.
Yeah.
You feel intimidated
You feel-
by.
You know what I
Me
think?
taking
Yeah, I think
initiative.
it's boys being taught you are the man.
Yeah.
Because how ngwana le mongena o mo bolela gore,
Mosadi
"You're
a
the
sa
man."
go goga ka nko.
You understand? So that's where it comes from. Gore, I as the man can't. I feel like you're making decisions. It's similar go.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
I
I'm
feel like as a man, you are instinctually born to
lead.
to provide for a family.
What does
You are
that
supposed
mean?
Like instinctually, you know, as a man,
Mm.
growing up as a kid, no one
Mhm.
even has to tell you you have to provide. You're seeing men are providing. He's buying this for his woman. He's working. Blah blah blah.
You know, I've.
So in the inside,
Mm.
I'm not trying to seem
You're
like
talking about instinct.
a
Okay,
natural
yeah.
male
Yeah.
instinct. You guys don't like women. Né? Women, we could say, are more emotional, and and
Okay.
I as a man can just look at a situation and just move on from it. While you cry about it, you understand? I'm not validating my point. I'm just making estimations. As a man, we have natural instinct to like provide.
Mm.
So if you're not providing, it hits you on the inside because you're seeing everyone's providing. What can I say? You're looking at your peers. You can see, okay, he's the head of his family. He's doing this for his woman. He's doing this for his woman.
Okay,
His
so
family.
what
Mileage
for
alone is
you?
not gonna provide
Yeah,
that.
but
You
like
see,
for you,
no,
what,
that's the
what
thing.
is providing?
When it comes to me now feeling I have to hit you to put you lower, that's what I don't agree with.
Mm.
But I can understand why a man could, feel less of a man being led. What he does with the situation, however he handles it, beats you, I don't agree with that. But him instinctually feeling down, I understand. There are a lot of men who have been led by females and they know, okay.
Can I
Okay,
ask you
hell,
something?
but-
Ne? Just a question I have for you, Brady, is that, when you have that feeling, what does it say about you? Because it means that you really should have a very low self-esteem to feel that I should gore ke nne
Dim your light.
booster, wa ntlhaloganya, ke go booster instead of just execute the person I am. You understand? It means that you as a man, you feel like, in order for you to feel like, okay, I am a man, tshwantse o validate ke nna, tshwantse ke go bontshe, ke go tlhomphe, ke go fe le ntho eo ya gore na you can make the decisions, you will spearhead everything, you will lead whatever we have to do in the relationship. It means something about you as a man. You have to go back and look at yourself and say that it doesn't matter. I am a man. Let me do what I do best. Let my woman do what she does best. Instead of trying to say, I as a man should tell you as my woman that this is how far you can go. This is what you can do. Why wa apara di shorts? O ska apara yana. Majita ba go bona sa. Wa ntlhaloganya?
Abare ke majita ke itse ba naganeng.
Wa ntlhaloganya?
Guys, I feel
Because
like
on
now-
kry ke le so, and on ratile ke le so, and then you put yourself in a picture together with me, yet you want to dim whoever I am to suit your terms and conditions and the fact, and to please appease the thing that
Okay.
when you are the man.
Okay.
It
Wait,
gets
can
me
I
to
say
something. Wait.
I'm
You're gonna
gonna lose
you're
it.
gonna
I'm gonna
prolong
lose
this.
it.
You're gonna prolong this.
I'm-
It reminds me of something I was talking about with my friend Spelele, because he's always bashing feminists. So there was this feminist who was being asked for him, what rights do you think men have that women don't?
Yeah.
So I wanna bring that question to you. What rights do you think men have that women don't?
Don't.
She failed to answer that question. She was
Yeah.
like, nah,
Yeah.
fine.
Rights.
Rights.
Um,
What rights do
Aren't
you
we all
think?
equal in the Constitution? I don't think there's a.
Only in the
Yes.
Constitution.
Where are the rights?
Only we're all equal. Only in
But
the
the thing is,
Yes.
what
That-
rights
that's
So
what
what rights
be
have
like, what
put
rights
males
do
away
you
from
think?
females?
What rights do you think men
Men
have
have
that
that
women
women
don't? Tseo di naganan, those ones that make logical sense, whether they're in the
Yeah.
Constitution
Or they're not.
or not.
Mm.
What do you think is rightful for a man that is wrong
Yeah, because
for a woman?
there are things that you do as Umjida and they are right to you.
Mm.
But if your girlfriend would do
The
that,
same thing.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing.
Give me a case in point.
let me tell you now what I think men do that
Mhm.
we can't.
Mm.
He can just walk topless. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But nna ke tlhatlhaga ke le Josie, ke tlhaga ke apere bra ya ka fela. they
It's a
be like, it's a
problem.
problem.
And then
What
there's-
if I get a bum shot, yeah, and then I
Yeah.
just go,
And then there's
like,
another
what
thing
kind of a
men do.
girl is that?
And then there's another thing men do. A boy will have, or a man, okay, I'm gonna say boy. A boy will have, but body count there 20, and then when a woman has the same thing,
Yeah.
it's king.
It's unacceptable.
It's a whole issue.
Mm.
Why
It's
is that?
decreasing, it's
It's
demolishing,
decreasing,
yeah, and all
Why
of
is
it.
that?
And girls don't want to get married because we know she's been around.
Yeah. So we need to
you ain't gonna
understand
go
what,
for
what,
that
what,
girl.
how do we view a woman and how do we view a man?
Yeah, Mopale.
I could probably say
Okay.
I feel like you guys are bombarding me with things, and now I have to sit here and stand up for the
We don't,
whole
because
thing.
now this,
No, it's fine. I can.
We
I can,
are
I can,
commemorating Women's Day,
Yes.
Women's Month.
Mm.
So when you need to line out the things that you think are acceptable about women,
Mm.
and also embrace the things that you can acknowledge that are good about women. So this is just your
Yeah.
time to share us your
Sure,
opinion.
yeah.
I'm always
Let
thinking
me-
We
about
also,
that.
yeah,
You
we
know, I'm
also
always
want to
commenting.
I wanna
So
get
I
back
know
to
what
her
you guys
point.
talk about.
Yeah.
We
I wanna
also
get
want
to her
to
point.
know
For us
that
to fix the GBV problem, we need to hear
We need
men's
to start
perspective.
it
We
from
can't
there.
fix a problem. What's the root cause? So we
Exactly.
need to hear your perspective as a male.
Okay. I don't have a problem with answering anything, man.
Yeah.
Let me get to you. Let me address you guys equally. Right?
Okay.
You said women working topless and a woman can't work topless. I think.
Mhm.
I think. I don't think that has nothing to do with men's equality and whatnot. I feel like that's more of a cultural issue, not cultural,
It's
like
cultural.
religious thing. So I don't know. I don't think any Christian women in their right mind will walk topless. I don't think no Muslim woman would walk around topless.
But we're not all religious.
I'm saying then if it's a free country, do you. What people say does not define you,
Mm.
right?
So if I walk out with my top, you're not gonna say, yo, D.
Yeah,
Why?
look at
Because
your
when you speak on the cultural side,
Mm.
women don't wear tops.
Exactly.
So, Laring.
Women, yes, certain cultures,
Mm.
but it's in ceremonies and traditional dances and commemorations, not.
But like it's
They don't
society,
stay-
it's like that.
We're
And I'll show you
commemorating
to you.
Women's
I'll show you to you. It's like
Mm.
that. And they'll be like, ah, ngwanyalo, ngwanyano lo jo. Anna, ko ibuza ke girlfriend ya ga mang.
Mm.
Motho a ge a reng. So
I
it's
feel
a
like what
societal
people say
standard.
does not have to do anything with you. As long as you, as a woman, are doing what's rightfully right to you.
those are the
You'll be
things that
able
is
to
busetsang
achieve.
ko morago as a
Exactly.
society.
It's societal standards,
Yeah.
and the thing about it is common thinking. Everybody adopts a certain thinking because of the way they were raised and what they see around. So the moment I step up and I'm different, and I'm like, you know what?
I'm not gonna
Besides the
conform.
fact that it's not a traditional ceremony or what, I'm just gonna walk topless.
It becomes a
O tlo bona
problem.
gore na mathata mo, you are asking for it, D.
Yeah, yeah.
Why are you showing us your private parts?
Mm.
O ka se ntshe matsele fela yalo. Wa ntlhaloganya, e nna bothata ba gore na, no, ha ke gane, mare nna re
That's what-
majita,
that's
re na
what
le
they do.
di-feelings.
You know what?
Kate re
That's what-
majita, re na le di-feelings.
That's what
Wait,
they
thinking,
do.
but I thought
That's what they do
considering-
to sexual
They
harassment
sexualize you,
victims
yeah.
of women. That's what they do. For no,
Mm.
outside of police station, they be like, "What were you wearing?
Exactly.
How were
They
you
sexualize
working?"
you.
And things like that.
Gore na o ka se tsamaye o le yalo le wena o ntse o bona go gotetse majita ke Father's Day.
Yeah.
Why o tlhagisitse serope? Le wena o ntse o bona gore serope sa gago se fresh yang. Ke eng tsone dilo tseo?
Okay. I feel like men as a whole and whatever police officials dealing with those issues are very wrong. You should not make a citizen feel uncomfortable to that extent.
Not only
You should-
police officers. You'll hear comments like
From
that
people,
because-
even
Can
from
I-
women.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Even
Even
women,
women.
because motho tla ba itse Brady. Ebe gote Brady o rapile. Ha, and ke itse Brady a se motho yalo. Wa ntlhaloganya. E tswa mo
And then we
mosading.
experience people differently.
Exactly. It's a mosading. So the thing about it is men are constantly being spoken for because men also they impose this thing ya gore I am a man. And le ha tlhagella monna mo setšhabeng, we respect more than ha go tlhagella mosadi mo setšhabeng. So because you guys have been given that by societal standards, you've been given this platform, you're on a pedestal. Women, women always lie. They lie a lot. What? It's very it's very much not easier to believe in a man than it is to believe in a woman. And because you guys have been given that, it's always in the back of a man's head that he's got this. Monna, how come mo botsa gore ke eng se se go feelisang gore na wa nyatsega or ka nyatsiwa ke mauti a mang? You've got everything you want everything you've got in your life. Only wena o felletse so motho tla ba re ke nyatsiwa ke gore ha ke na zaka o tlo bona ha ke sena go nna le zaka go reka for pha o tla ba bone banyana ba tla botle. You understand? And that's the wrong way of thinking about it. To be honest, you shouldn't think of that. That's why you can also look down on a woman and say, I'm the man of the house, man. I can tell her,
Let me stop you, D. Guys, you guys finish. I won't finish. Let's talk about menstrual leave policies. I think we've all had the topic. It was making rounds a lot in media. What are your thoughts on that?
Personally, and they are much better than others. I know before I had kids, I could go for 2 weeks. And whatnot, but I still had to push myself to go to work, push myself to go to school. Nobody really understands because we are taught that you are a woman and
you have to be strong.
You have to be strong. You can't let the period pain you
experience it every month.
So they're like, you're a woman, it's normal. Everyone goes through it. You'll get used to it. But nobody really understands what we go through and the changes that our bodies go through as women. So most definitely, that's something that our country really, really needs to look into because low blood and low blood so you understand when you're constantly losing blood, what happens when you faint and you're perhaps doing hard labor because women these days, of course, we also do hard labor. Hard labor ya ko di contracting or kuka di boxes di heavy ko spanning or unto push di eng wira eng. A lot can happen when your body is going through such changes at that time of the month. So it's something that we really, really need to look into, especially definitely we need to be excused, you know. Yeah.
So Brady, they were saying for this policy, women should be allowed 10 days in a year of leave. So do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair to men also?
It's fair to men too.
It's
to
fair
accept women
for men to be given menstrual leave.
Women. Do I think it's fair for them to be given menstrual leave? You would have to explain, like Dee was saying.
Okay, because these are the arguments I've heard around me. A lot of men saying, no, but then you guys be talking about equality. Then if it means we as men are going to be working less hours, more hours, and then you guys are going to be working less hours, but then we have to get the same salary and things like that. Yeah. On that.
To my previous point, I was making as Dee was explaining, right? She gave me some very insightful things that I didn't know. Like she said, society is broken and only women know what is it like going through this. And we as men are not really educated. We just know, okay, once a month you have little pains for like 3 to 7 days. We don't really know. We don't really know what you guys go through. And like she said you vomit, she could catch a concussion. I was also like, oh, okay, this might be something, okay, because everyone has different bodies.
Yeah.
So when you put it like that and you make me understand, like you just did, I can understand, okay, I feel like you should be able to sit this one out. But the issue here is going to be with the general masses of everyone. Like she's been saying, everyone is going to want, okay, now we can't earn the same money when they're getting 10 days off. You understand? Because, I don't know, I think there are a lot of issues that people will have. I personally, now that you've explained, I understand, like, okay, I understand why you would want that 10-day leave, right? The general masses, I feel, will have a huge problem, and I feel like it's things like Women's Month, months like this, and in general, not even just on Women's Month, Women's Day, we should be taught about this, and this information is to be put there for us.
That's the
to
problem.
able to
I feel like
understand
these things are only talked about
Within the
yeah,
women.
yeah.
Women.
I feel
Yeah.
like boy children should be taught, instead of fighting men, we should teach them this is what's going on.
throughout the years. You won't hear a conversation about gender-based violence.
Yeah, it only
Like,
happens
That's
our
why,
cultures.
that's why
Yeah.
everyone feels like this generation of us is gonna make a better future for tomorrow. Because I feel like the old generation has, some strict rules and gender rules. I feel like now, we as the new generation, I feel like we are moving on and things are changing, the world is evolving. I think going forward for our kids, they won't have the same issues we are facing right now. So I feel like the world is definitely spearheading to a better place for women
Yeah,
and
Larona.
equality.
Larona, do you think that as women are we breaking grounds into male-dominated industries?
I definitely do think that we are breaking grounds into male-dominated areas, because I feel like this whole thing of fighting women to be included in everything is giving women an equal opportunity to venture into anything they want to venture into. So it definitely is working.
In my personal experience, I would say we are breaking grounds in some male-dominated industry. When you're talking, I'm going to talk about music because I love music and I'm into music, right? When you're talking singers and we're talking DJs, I will say women have breaking grounds because now women are not referred to as a female DJ. And most women are singing, most women are into singing. Yeah. But me as a drumist, I have never mentored a girl. I've never had a mentee who's a girl. Because not hore, I don't want to mentor girls. Because I've seen hore, girls are not, I find that most girls are not interested in drumming. Yeah. So all my mentees have been boys. And then I was wondering, why? What is it? Am I not making it interesting enough for them to have interest in this or in some? But all the areas, all the places I've moved around, I've never found a girl who's interested in this. And the fact that I feel like when I'm playing in a public space, I still, there are a lot of people who are astonished, wow, that's a girl drama.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like, shit, we're not going anywhere. So yeah.
I think also girls are a lot more into booma piano, like playing pianos and violins and whatnot. I don't know, that's a social setting.
I don't think it is a social setting. I feel like Khapeki, what you're exposed to as a child.
Yeah.
So I don't think we are really given the opportunity to be exposed to certain things. So you don't know. I wouldn't know how I like drumming because I've never really done it before. Yeah. So I feel like it should be introduced. That's why we should start with the children. Yeah.
I know a couple of female drummers.
Really?
Yeah. Even from around Mafikens, you're like number 3.
Wow.
So at least I'm like,
wow. Yeah.
There's progress.
Okay. Talking about exposure. Talking about exposure. What are your plans as now the new sheriff in town? What are your plans into the future of
so I have plans for both the community and the school, right?
Right.
So with the community, I believe that because I'm one person who believes how similar change, you need to start at the children because they're the ones that are going to lead us in the future, right? So I believe that I want to provide them with the opportunity to learn about like certain things, things like working on their mental health, providing them with tools to work on themselves and actually demolish this whole thing, toxic masculinity, like just toxicity as a whole. And then with this school for you guys, I want to provide you, because I feel like for you to actually get to a point where you're making progress in your mental health and everything, you need to start with nurturing, parenting your inner child, because that's where the trauma comes from. So I want to provide you guys with a platform to be creative, to nurture and parent your younger self in order to move forward as a better person and exist as the highest version of yourself you could have imagined. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Plans for us.
Yeah.
This reminds me of something we were talking about with my friend way back. We were talking about what childhood has to do with it. Because childhood has got to do a lot with
It has a big impact on how you turn out.
So good plans for us. D, as Miss Personality 2022.
Outgoing.
Outgoing.
She does. I won't leave you hanging. Ladies first. What are your? I love you too.
So this is what I believe. I believe leadership is not a position. You don't need a position or a title or whatever to be effective and to lead. But the title and the position does come with power. When we have that position, we have that power now, you can move in a better momentum and cover more space, Yeah. So what have you been doing as
guys, I've been
Miss
doing a
Personality
lot.
2022?
Guys, honestly, I've been doing a lot. I don't even know where to start. That's how much I've been doing. So, okay, aside from me doing radio, I've been involved in a lot of community work. And also I've been doing, I never decided to take modeling seriously until I got this title. So there's a cousin of mine who also has a modeling company, Academy Nyana. So I've been helping her out because she trains kids from primary school until high school. So I've been helping her out a little bit here and there. And community outreach, definitely. I've also been working with the Science Center on campus to do some community outreach. The last time we had a blanket drive, we've had a clothing and food drive, and so far, what else, guys? Okay, so I've been trying to also do events for youth, I think people have events, but you can.
What events?
So far there's still also going to be the dance extravaganza. We had activations not so long ago, and most definitely I think dance is one of the ways to actually get people off the street. I used to be a dancer a long time ago,
I used to
in my life. I still dance here and there, but I dance for fun now. I don't do it professionally anymore.
I
used to do it professionally.
D can drop bars, bro.
Please, I'm very multi-talented, so I'm just trying to use my art also to touch the world, I've also been working with Red Bull. My word, guys. It's been absolutely amazing working with Red Bull. We've been doing activations, giving away free Red Bulls, motivation, we've been giving away, there's these door hangers that also give you motivation when you're feeling down. So I've been doing quite a lot. Man. So most definitely I'm still trying to spread my wings, go further. We'll see what the future holds for me. Yes, but otherwise forever me, guys.
Brady, what because you are surrounded by women, you live with women. What are you doing to make women feel safe, feel seen, and
Brady vlogs.
Straight to my answer. As if you don't know, I have a YouTube channel, and most of my recent content from this year has just been acknowledging women's stories, right? So I don't think I've had much guys there, but I personally feel like women are more approachable than guys. Hence why, like, I feel like women should be appreciated because they're more approachable and they're more willing to talk to you. They won't be scared. Girls are like, just like, oh, I'm scared, guys. No, don't worry, we'll be fine. Let's just go there. And she's like, okay, calm me down. She's able to cope in situations like that, and they're very friendly and open, right? So I've been broadcasting these women's stories, and they're very amazing if you haven't seen. And yeah, I've just given them a platform to mostly incite other students on campus about their experiences. So I think it's a healthy little thing I have going on for not only for the women but for the whole campus as well.
Yeah. That's great. So I want to come to a personal level. So you remember last week, Kirigo, like in the Agoa, like I've involved myself in so much, not just academics. I have a lot of things I'm doing outside academics. So I feel like the Agoa, and then I was thinking about like, Dee has got a lot of shit going on. Like, how do you do it, girl? How do you do it? She does have a lot of shit going on.
If you know Dee, you know that this is always
how do you do it?
Yes, you know what, ne? My motto in life, I'm officiating it right now.
Wait. Let me start here. We have to acknowledge that there are a lot of obstacles in front of women as to how they get to their goals. Than men, because women, like, you're a mom,
yes,
you work, you're a student,
yes,
blah 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 blah. There's a lot. Okay, look how kids are saying, mama, this, mama,
every
that.
day. That's my
And men usually don't come home. Well, most men don't usually come home to that because I'm out there.
Yeah.
So that's where I wanna come to, but I'll get back to you. Dee, how do you do it?
Yo, guys, like, I've got a lot of titles on my shoulders: mom, daughter, this, that, a whole. But you know, my motto in life, just like as I was officiating it, is never look like your problems. I can't imagine the number of times like I've cried on my own and had to call myself to order. Like, I've even cried before I go into work because maybe there was a problem that I was having in the morning with the kids organizing transport, you know, and then I cry. But like, when I have to do something, I make sure that I do it to the best of my ability and whatnot. But if I'm designated to do this at that time, I make sure that I execute it the way I would want to do it, even if I was at my best. I can be at my lowest, but I always try and make sure that I make an impact. I don't just go in there and do it, but I go in there and drop a bomb, so that when I walk out of there, nobody can see that, you know, Dee, you're not in the right state of mind. You'll see when I walk out, but at the end of the day, you're like, how did you pull this off when you're feeling like this, you know? But always make sure that you don't look like your problems. Whatever when you have to focus on this, when I have to do my schoolwork, I'm fully focused. Put my feelings aside, put my emotions aside, put however I'm feeling aside, focus, and then when I'm done, I can go and cry.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
So coming back to you, I want to know what are you doing to help your mom as the parent offload control as
yeah, I feel like that days
in the household. Yeah,
there are days where, you know, you lend in a helping hand. Moms obviously understand, okay, you're kind of busy, blah, 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 but you also feel sorry, right? So the days you put in a helping hand, you know, you say, okay, I have the pots today, don't worry, I'll cook and I'll wash the dishes for everyone. It's Sunday, you guys just relax, you know, bring the food in a tray, you know, just be nice. I'll say, okay, let me do the laundry, clean the room, For some reason, they don't want me to clean their room.
Yeah, you'll find things you're not
Even-
supposed to find. But
Because
also, you
that's
know,
why I believe people should where it should start.
yeah.
I wanna.
Mm.
Because when you can't be washing dishes, you
Yeah.
can't be cooking,
Yeah,
you can't be
most
doing
def.
that. Yeah.
And also, you must don't be afraid to offer your mom like a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes, you know. And you know, one thing that I feel like my mom and I have always been open to each other. We always talk. But one thing that I've seen, my kids are young. I've got an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. Sometimes they can see sharp and they come and they're like, Mommy. And then my daughter will say something stupid and then I laugh. Ah! And then I forget that I was like, you know. And then my son will come and ask, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like, get your mom used to talking to you, because I feel like, you know, you are a safe space for her. If she finds it difficult maybe and she feels like my friends are also going through a lot, I have no one to talk to, your dad is hardly around to even listen to that, or when offer your mom a shoulder to cry on, be there and ask her, how's your day going? I went so it's again principal I shout and then what on the shop, you know.
I want to get to you. Tell us about your journey getting into pageantry. Has it always been something you were doing or been doing or you were into?
I have never actually been a model in my life.
Yes,
I've never been a model in my life.
it
but
was
it's
my
something-
first time.
It's something I've always loved. I'd always ask my parents, oh, please get me into modeling, but they didn't have time, so I understood, right? And then coming here this year, coming to university this year, because I'm a first year, kids are high school, guys.
Yeah. Sing
So yeah,
yeah.
sing man. So I challenged myself. You know what? This year you're gonna challenge yourself. You're gonna be the best version of yourself. You're gonna try and teach yourself as much as you can. And then a pageant Mandela. I joined that. I lost. And then this one, I was like, I am going to win this, and I have to. So it was all about challenging myself, man.
So you are new into this and you did it.
Girl, please.
Why? Okay, now we are closing the where can we find you?
Okay, guys, you guys can follow me on Instagram. It's Dineo Ratshwene, no underscores, all small letters. On Facebook, Dineo Bonolo Agike Ratshwene. Yeah. If you want my numbers, listen to me and tune into my shows on NWUFM 105.5. That's the frequency, every Monday to Friday, 9 to 12.
Brady, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at official.brady_. Same on TikTok, and yeah, that's all I have. YouTube, oh, I'm sorry.
Brady Vlogs.
YouTube, Brady Vlogs. Vlogs with a Z at the end.
Sheriff, where can we find you?
On Instagram. On Instagram at Larona Binang _ and then Facebook Rona Binang. Also on TikTok Rona Binang _
Well, I'm your host Jules. I'm at J_Jules on Instagram. The mic is on. The mic is working. Utlwile, Basadi for Basadi, everything Basadi. We out.
Away.